Hey there, artist! I'm here to talk to you today about DeArt's at-home art kit. We are going to be working on the Under the Sea Divers in the Deep collage activity. For this activity, you will need the following materials. Go ahead and grab your Bristol paper, a paper strip, 4 colored crayons, the recycled bottle cap, a straw, some googly eyes, the scuba diver silhouette, glue, and scissors. Scissors are the only thing that are not included in your at-home art kit. Our first step today is we're going to be drawing on the background for our paper. The Bristol paper is a thick piece of paper, and it's going to be a rectangle shape. It has already been pre-cut for you and should be in your box. Go ahead and orient the paper so that it is nice and tall. That means that the longest side is facing upwards. This is called portrait. Once you have your paper in the right position, grab your green crayon and we're going to draw some really awesome little green seaweed figures at the bottom of our page. Our green seaweed is going to be attached to the ocean floor. Next, go ahead and fill in your seaweed so that it is nice and solid green. These stand out very well already. Then we're going to grab your blue crayon. You can see on the right-hand side of my paper, I made 3 marks. Those are going to separate the paper into 4 sections. We do know that in the ocean, the water gets darker and darker the deeper and deeper that you go. Why is that, you might ask? Well, it's because the less sunlight that reaches the water means that it gets darker. So by the time you get to the very bottom ocean floor, it's going to be really dark. So this deep ocean scene, we're going to start by coloring in the bottom section with a dark, dark blue. It looks awesome. Great work so far. Once you have your dark blue, we're going to come up closer to the surface. And like I said, the more sunlight that touches the water, the less dark it is. So since we're getting closer to the top, it's going to be darker or lighter. That's right, it's lighter. So all you need to do for this part is, instead of pushing down super hard while you're coloring, just lighten the pressure a little bit and it'll be a lighter shade. You're going to repeat that process for the next section and the one at the very top. You can see that it goes from dark blue to medium blue to light blue and almost white at the very tip of your paper. You guys are off to a great start. Good coloring skills, and you have such great craftsmanship by taking your time so kindly. We're going to move on to add some little fishy friends to our picture. What you're going to do for this part is grab your extra strip of paper and the other colored crayons. I drew 3 different friends. Try to include at least 3 or more people in your scene. You can give your fishy friends some names, or they can be not just fish, but they could also be an octopus or a seashell like you see in my picture. I have cut out my little friends and they are ready to go on my paper. But wait, don't glue them down just yet. You can lay them on your paper where you think they would look best. But before we grab the glue, I also want you to grab your scuba diver and the bottle cap. We're going to make it so that the scuba diver's hands are almost touching the dark blue, or at least they're facing downwards, because we want it to look like our diver is diving deep into the water. His little feet are swimming downwards so that he's going deep down to see the seaweed and collect the things at the bottom. It almost looks like he's grabbing the seashell in my picture, but that's not it. We're almost done. When you have figured out the best spot for everything to go, we're going to add our googly eyes and our straw. Lay everything out nice and perfect, and then you can go back with some glue and stick everything in the exact spot that you have it laid out. That way, you've planned it out and you've stuck it down all together and everything was as you pictured it in your head. I think this is an awesome deep diving underwater scene. What do you think? I think that yours is fantastic. And you know what? You deserve a round of applause because you did it. Awesome job, artist. And if you would like to, feel free to share pictures of your finished underworld masterpiece with DeArt by sharing it via email or on social media. Give us a call today if you have any questions about completing your Divers in the Deep activity.